this cool, and that's why the culture shifting. Y'all see a trend, I see drug addiction. Y'all can't be serious, knock it off. Nod your head to it. This kid's nodding off. Pills and codeine. Y'all see a dope rapper, I see a dope fiend. No more attention, no feedback. Fuck a repost, this kid needs rehab. I mean, clearly he need assistance. But oh, let me guess, he dripping. And that right there is even more joke. Cause y'all don't know dripping is the side effect when you snorting coke. I just turn up to the wave. What's gonna happen if you turn up in the grave? Couple of boo horns, you know what you doing. You just want a couple likes when you post it on your page. But the system got a hidden agenda. Promote drug culture, get rid of the niggas. I mean, it's all just a game to 'em. This ain't a diss now, I really want to pray for 'em. Y'all think this cool, and that's why the culture shifted.
Hey you guys, it's me Clarissa here on Clarissa Says, where Clarissa says it all and that is how I feel. So you guys just watched that quick clip from Cashflowharlem on Instagram. I found this on Instagram and I heard about what happened with Famous Dex on live, Instagram live, a couple days ago. But truth be told, I really didn't want to do a video about it because I felt as though if I was to do a video about it or push it out, like that is acceptable. And what people were portraying it, because we honestly don't know what the reason why he was doing, you know, why he passed out like literally on live, like in the middle of live, like he dozed like completely off. You know, what's the real reasoning behind it? A lot of people saying it's because he, you know, is on drugs and he you know, raps about being on hard drugs, raps about being, you know, smoking weed. He actually, like, he's rolling a blunt then, and you know, he does lean and all that stuff. He actually has had overdoses in the past from lean and you know, doing, you know, hard drugs. So of course people saw this and instantly said that, like, you know, he has an addiction problem or an issue. So I came across this and you know, that like, I guess freestyle from him kind of pushed me to do this video because I wanted to talk more so on a conscious level, not on the level of, okay, this artist, Famous Dex, has now dozed off or passed out, and like a quick pass out from doing hard drugs, but to really get to the nitty gritty of like what his message to the society is. Because what people fail to realize, he is an entertainer. And regardless if he dozed off from doing hard drugs or if he dozed off from being in the studio at 9, you know, doing 5 a.m. and doing 9 to 20 songs like he says first thing in the morning, so he was so tired, which is what his response was to Cashflowharlem, or people in general talking about him needing to go to rehab. But regardless of that or not, his message to the world, to the society, is to do drugs, is to, you know, be violent, like with gun-related violence, to speak violently. And, you know, it doesn't come from a positive place. Like, his music isn't like a positive style music. And in this, well, in Cashflow's freestyle, and when I heard it, I was like, yes, there's a lot of things in it. People really take time to listen with an awake mind, that they will catch that if they were not really using their third eye, they wouldn't really catch in his lyrics. And so to me, regardless if he did pass out from doing drugs, regardless if he was so tired, but he still was sitting there on live smoking or trying to light a blunt, and he still dozed off, like, the message is to distract the public. And we have had a huge conscious shift lately because of the music that is actually put out to the world. At one point in time, this kind of stuff, and this is like the style, like this is the trending, like this is what's trending. He's not the only rapper. Like, there's a lot of like drill music, not positive. Rap music is becoming to be not positive. Hip hop is becoming to be not positive. The whole urban culture is becoming to be not positive, and it's becoming to be negative, like, information that's pushed out to people like you, me, and people that are involved, even if you're not melanated. even if you're not melanated, it's still getting pushed out to you, but they're focused on melanated people, African American, black people, everyone call yourself. I call you guys melanated. You watch my videos before? I don't like call people melanated, I mean black or, you know, African American. I like to say melanated because they're focused on people that are of color. And the reason is because we are like the consumers. We are the ones that go out and really buy. So they're focused on keeping us down, dumb, and not thinking like sheep. And us focused on just their mission of depopulating like educated people. And educated, I don't mean school, I mean educated people as like finances, educated people as like lifestyle, educated people as far as like who you put yourself around, what your goals are, and stuff like that. And what they want are just hype beast zombies, literally, like that just will, you know, take part in whatever they're pushing out for their big corporate bank of money, and then everyone on the bottom that's paying their hard-earned cash to them get the short end of the stick. And that is really the kicker to all of this, is because people don't realize that they're really getting the short end of the stick. Like the energy you put into these artists like Famous Dex and all of this drill music and Chicago drama and trending topics and Cardi B and Offset and like all of this drug related and gun related violent rap and hip hop music, which is not real hip hop and rap music. Because at first, even in the 90s, they had real hip hop music. Like they rapped hard, and it wasn't about I'm about to go slap this hoe, or I'm about to go beat this bitch, or I'm about to go shoot this nigga, or I'm about to go do these drugs. It was about trying to get away. And if they were talking about drugs, they were talking about selling drugs to get out and to help their community. If they're going to talk about doing that, if they were talking about flexing, it was talking about flexing and making sure their whole entire camp is able to flex, and the whole entire community was able to flex. But instead, now we have music that's literally bringing our community down. And even with me saying that, a lot of their music wasn't even about those two topics I just mentioned. It was about like literally life and like giving people keys to life and just good music, like just music wasn't even those kind of topics. But now those topics with the big, you know, downgrading women, talking about girls' booties, killing people, shooting people, beating people, you know, doing drugs and all that is like the trending topics. And it really like frustrates me that we have came down to a conscious society that is not conscious at all, that doesn't see that this is the music. Like what you put into your brain is technically what you put out to the universe. Like you're feeding your brain this information. And the thing is, we don't think that deep. We don't think about, okay, this song is only talking about, you know, me doing hard drugs or me shooting someone. And then it's like you look at your reality around you and it's like, well, who do you have around you, or where am I moving forward in my life? If you look around your life and you're not progressing further, and then you realize the energy you're putting into yourself, maybe it's your music, maybe your vibrations are not awakening or not enhancing because you are literally downgrading them. Like you're literally blocking your vibrations from enhancing and from, you know, elevating to higher heights where you can actually move from this stuck life that you are in of just going to the clubs, going back home, going to work. People want more in life, and in order to get those goals and claim those goals, you have to think differently. You have to become who you want to become. Like these artists may talk about this stuff, a lot of them don't really do that kind of stuff. Famous Dex, okay, cool. Rick Ross, okay, we talk about him too. Lil Wayne, but you can see the artists that really do that stuff. Lil Wayne, you can look at him. Famous Dex, you see they do this stuff, and then it's like if you see how it reacts to them, why would you go and listen to this kind of stuff to make you become who they are? You see what I'm saying? Because that's really how it is. And our population of melanated people are not at a high right now. Like our population for a majority, we're the underdogs, and we don't have to be like that. But there's so many distractions in the society, the government, whatever you want to call it, has created so many distractions for you not to be on top, because they, of course, and it goes back to government, they want to be on top. Most of the people that are on top are, of course, Caucasian or non-melanated people. And so it's not a race war, but it's a culture war. And they have molded our culture for us to be those people sitting at home on food stamps. So the people sitting at home with jobs that we don't really want to work, being home, you know, struggling. And we are the race, and not just us, but melanated people. That includes Spanish, anybody that's not full-on white Caucasian. That's the race that they're targeting to, you know, use us. Because think about it, there has to be someone on the top, and for there to be someone on the top, there has to be someone on the bottom. And they chose our race to be people on the bottom. And it doesn't have to be that way. But because we're so much like sheep, we just follow, bad, do whatever they tell us to do, bad. And it makes it acceptable. We've got comfortable over generations of life. And now you see where we have this kind of activity with Famous Dex and other artists that literally are putting out in young kids to go and do hard drugs. Or not even that's just distracting them from excelling further, because when you just go through the motions, time passes you by. Next thing you know, you look up and you're 5 years down the road from the time that you were when you first started, you know, a task or a goal that you try to create, and you never accomplished that goal 5 years on. Why? Because you've had so many distractions that time has now caught up with you, and you still trying to do that same goal. So instead of us sitting there looking at these artists like Famous Dex, like Lil Wayne, like Cardi B, like Offset, like Rollo, like FBG Doug, like any Chief Keef, whatever, instead of us sitting there focused on them, focus on your pockets, focus on being as positive as possible, focus on like creating the reality that you want, focus on what you can do now to be able to help your family in the future. Focus on helping your community as much as possible. Focus on things that will help you elevate your mind, body, and soul to newer heights. Focus on all of the information that you do want to process in your brain that can actually help you gain your goals that you want. Focus on actually creating realistic goals and having goals that you can actually have. If it's realistic or not, the time that you are in your life, but create goals for yourself to actually be able to meet those goals. Because a lot of people don't have goals. A lot of people think they have goals, but they don't really have goals. Write them goals down on a piece of paper, and every night before you go to sleep, look at those goals. Because truth be told, these people, these artists that are in place, and I have to bring it back to this because people that listen to hip-hop, rap music, a lot of people feel like that's the way. Entertainment is the way out. And there's plenty of people that make buku of money and they do not entertain. They're not entertainers. They found a way for themselves to do that. And they found a way for themselves to elevate to be the riches that they consider rich. Because that goes back to Bob Marley when he said, well, you call rich. So definition of rich is different. But just because you see these people that are over there with money, like Famous Dex or Cardi B or Offset or Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, whatever, you know, just artists in general, like, you know, just because you see them, that does not mean that they are happy. They have to do a lot of work to get there. They have to do a lot of work to maintain, you know, where they are. They have to do a lot of work to be able to have those riches. And then on top of that, they are paying out so many people. So we think they're all happy-go-lucky and they're able to enjoy their life and do what they want to do, and, you know, they just doing their thing. But it ain't really, honestly, it ain't all that sweet. Famous Dex literally told you guys, I'm at 5 o'clock in the morning doing 9 to 20 songs trying to get y'all some records because he has to continue throwing out music, and that takes talent. That's what he was able to do. That's what his elevation and his soul was able to accomplish by his manifestation and by his third eye and mind. So find your route. Find what it is for you That can be anything. I can't tell you. You have to figure that out. And poisoning your brain with those subliminal informations that is within the music that Famous Dex and all these other rappers that, you know, are in the category of rap that I'm talking about currently today, or hip hop that I'm talking about currently today, isn't gonna help you. Okay? It ain't. So that's all I had to say. You know, consciously speaking, I did not want to do this video, but like I want to do this video, but I mean the video posting about Famous Dex, like that just honestly for me, that hurts my soul to see some man, like, even if he was that tired in the middle of rolling a joint, you know, a spliff, to like doze off like that. That hurts my heart. You know, y'all don't understand, like, the music industry, the entertainment industry is hard. It's very hard. And it kind of pushes people to do drugs, to be honest. It does. And people really look from the outside looking in and thinks it's all sweet and gravy, and it ain't. It's just not. So all I'm saying is, I'm not telling you to change your music source or to change your music. What I am telling you to do is just listen to this music with an open mind and really listen to the words. Don't just say the lyrics. Listen to the words that you're putting into your brain. And maybe you should want to add in a little bit of nicer rap, a little bit of more conscious rap. Look at Hopsin, for instance. If you don't know what Hopsin is, look him up. I will link him down in the description down below. Stuff like that, it really isn't that bad. And there's a whole bunch of other rappers that are out there that rap that isn't like, you know, this hardcore or drill style rap. And you know what? I'll link some of them down below just for you guys to open up your, you know, your mind to new things. I mean, there's a whole bunch of music. There's pop music like Halsey. Oh my gosh, I love Halsey. Like, I love her. I love her. If I can meet her, I love Halsey. You know, like music like that, that's uplifting and that would get you. Even Billie Michelle, like Black Girl Magic is one of my jams. Like, find music, not music that is out there to put out a negative goal. Because guess what? The music that we have out there, they scientifically say, you know what? If we were to put this music in these certain type of people listen to this kind of stuff, it's going to keep them down. It's going to distract them. And you know what? Their plan worked. So all I'm asking you, kings and queens, and everyone in between, is to enlighten yourself and to literally create your reality for something that you want. You don't want to be that person like Famous Dex sitting there dozing off because he's high on drugs and tired as fuck. You don't want to do that. But you don't want that to be your life. You don't want that to be your life. That's sad. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to let this video go. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you watching this channel today and this video. If you're a returning subscriber, hi fam. I really don't know what to title this, but thank you for watching this video. I hope that I've given someone some form of information that they can keep, and I have changed someone's life today with this video, because this stuff is really important. Your life is important. Creating your reality and just the best life that you can have is really important, you guys. So I hope I help somebody. And if I didn't help somebody, I hope that I changed someone's life and people's life with this information. And maybe they will take this video and actually do the things that I said in it, and they will see the positive change. Like, you will notice the positive change within your life. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to let this video go. Find me on Instagram, Clarissa Says, KLARISSICASAYS. Oh, and I'm on Snapchat now. So you can find me on Snapchat also at Clarissa Says, KLARISSICASAYS. Please comment down below. Check the description box for the new music that I just gave you in your life. I'm giving you guys so much energy right now. And make sure you share this video to at least 3 people. All I ask is for 3 people. Just 3 people. Especially people up in Chicago, Texas, Miami, New York, any place where it's highly negative music around you. Just share this with 3 people. I promise you I'll change your life. With that being said, peace out, y'all.